Masanso anyway shepio aha ayo all sports GH YouTube nyame hiraw nyame onka ho onto nsem se wonye ho adaje ada ne da wo hwe wa wo ka kira foforo so mo so enhwa nyakopon enhiraw ya sanso aba ye be bonkobo nature say stories no latest aba, and of course you know said this as your usual back to back to back to back, and then once again mini biggie opening bibia fine
nyame adom bibia bokokoko
fantastic nyame adom me so me ho ye pa na ye nyina wa on say ye gusu a ye enjoy program a ekoso Lamine yama ne eja na ma tenjes ya ye de ba ma no eno ho akura so ho program e dey asem kra eja no one say ya ho announcement bi na nka yesin na ye ko ana mi na nka we dey papa
normally nka most of the clubs san o mo ye no we Manchester United see announcing ya ye Rashford normal
say no say ya discussion na wadaroma cap say serious wadaroma na we so example for need dem why
oh say manka so mo ye serious o me ka de asi wetim nim
okay
nti we kwan a mo jesi e de ama ayekunia Rashford number 10 jesi there wasn't anything like this because player na nkasa no kwa na all ban
wadaroma Kofi Roli dia kwaso program na se famaye
afei no be head obetimi aye but Lamine Yamal is a different or a special kind of kid and all these things at Barcelona is about projecting the player
very well.
Ebiane say oka say adentina number 10 Jessica keke ye ba be bohu dwa ne aye sa na ma we nyina Barcelona the omo person omo achieve no omo achieve no. They want people to talk about their star boy. They want the world to know their star boy. They want the world to know their new number 10. And normally said ye be anka ye change player jersey and I say a map player a new jersey number and one say oh ya say the man no. They are doing something different at least to catch the world's attention. Say player na munim no the jersey number says yes say the number 10 na ye de ben and a day man no. It's omo pe Lamine Yamal asem today. If you are going to buy Lamine Yamal jerseys, we are fortunate to go to number 10 na baba be.
But ade ba ko a ya na minyanka England clubs ni suane say it looks like uko Spain a ekoya mo fa so unveiling announcements quite different from the course of England.
Yeah.
Osha Madrid the top player. What was presentation on moye?
Yeah.
Ya mo ebusuafo kakra betina ho na Florentino Perez abeka sakakra na oswaka sakakra inti utim say a whole program on its own. But what the Micho yasi Barcelona there auto de biom do ko park no so na amo mo ebusuafo kakra inti omo top player omo nim kwan a ye fa so no say star player kra de emonyo yenim de course for Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah.
But sometimes I ask myself say England for playing fans say England team bi na player bi at the caliber wasura omo fa no normal mo say and one say internet so ne ababa ya announcement na etwemu ko Haaland City for fa no obi akura hu pictures bo some de na see car mu na no de na dwane. It looks like Spain finding him how to brand their football.
Of course that's for a fact kwaku ohwe kwan Spain for no faso unveil players, especially when you are a big player or a star.
Yeah.
It differ from Premier League in a day, no. Minima the country Premier League for any or more, no. Make us say on a normal, on a quiet way. But when you go to Spain, there are times a player in Imponi, you better up a special day, a bastard, you move a top ticket. Ababa be her player and a keke. Near a man a ball, or park, and so we didn't feel no a jogger ball, and a carry. We are not done when one will be a piece.
Show flowing vets. Liverpool are spending over 120 million on such a player. Share the attention a core player, no so we befa. Na Liverpool in such a player. Just say okoye the medical so kromu di dwane na obi na. And one say who you and say when I start training. Can you imagine say in Barcelona?
Yeah, the pictures are unveiling.
You can imagine say Senka Barca na Madrid a far player bisa. Oh,
seriously speaking, in
England clubs different.
And then I think said the all kind of no be again. Bono nobody on this earth and America so no nim nyansa manisi but America na nim no na usua bibi e de free unua ho if only ade na oye na eye papa eye positive ebeboa na wasua de ade ben e de free ni honom and I believe say kwaya Spanish teams in the first world unviri players especially their big players no I will say England for nisua but kwaku de koso ni nyina no ye come through duafo na ye come for achacha Lamine Yamal number 10 now Oba Beshe no. It comes with huge responsibilities.
Okay.
Club Bia on the iconic jersey number. Club Bia. Manchester United and Nenya Papaya Titi Apansami. Oba Manchester United now the fan number 7 Nisha. Everybody expects a lot from who player chrono. Barcelona, the number 10 shirt is the iconic jersey number. Etunya for 10 Nisha. Based on Omo Mababa Beshe 10, you expect it over 10 Nwajuma. Maradona abeshe ebia wan hu no but wan hu obi akra na hu Ronaldinho the ball oboma Barcelona that's Ronaldinho 2 years of football oboma Barcelona no there are a lot of players are oma mobi owiase wan hu Lionel Messi no so beshe 10 and the kind of performance or dem Barcelona boboko no eti ya jersey number 10 name awa ye hye woni monyam but any monyam na ye hye no it comes with huge responsibilities. If there was a player and you're ready, no, you're aware. Say just in now, all Baba fashion. Born over last season, Nana Nipe Bonabasono. It was all double that kind of performance. It's never be a
now. What can you? Because
of course,
last year, Obobo, we drew level be.
Oh yeah.
Now, about the same kind of football next season, among form for the serious.
Debbie,
as I said, raise it by
increase it.
Yes. Because now teams are not so sway home. And
they see how 18 years old. Only 17 it is Lamine Yamal or 16. Lamine Yamal or 17. Gradually you are growing. And Lamine Yamal Cronano. When other players are age in the war form. Every bar for players or age war form.
No correct.
And then will be Shanas and a ball boning Koya. Untimin defending the baby because Lamine Yamal Shawobo. Pau Kubasi Shawobo. It's one our set as our standard. No, I always say you are always graded per the standards you set for yourself.
Very well. And
the standards now are set there too. You either meet it or you do better than the standards are set there too. Now number 10 the account. And look at the kind of projection of Barcelona they mount.
Ni papa I'll go on because you keep on name am there saying really.
Just papa go on. Yes. It's now mediocre performance.
And the story, I mean, basically, as I said, the grandma yes. So I think BBI is set. Around that. Yeah, what the young man come on see a best answer by interview and the Lamine Yamal conversation also so it's me about something and then you bon common be okay. Brighton and the whole Albions show interest. Antony mo. Antony, Brighton and Hove Albion so for so omope. Na Antony one player fan say omuhunya ma power ni mo. Newcastle for show interest. Mabo Brighton, mabo Newcastle.
Yeah.
By Leverkusen show interest. RB Leipzig show interest. Into like 4 clubs and they show interest for Antony mo. United for me to say some kind of 40 million pounds ana
no more.
I say Makoti we 45 binti ebia euros mo be almost 58 million euros and am page mo dem bet na wa na eno so aba o de mame fa be so nka ho enti Antony dia aba no afei Jadon Sancho no Inter Milan for money Ademola Lookman omo agree bibi ewie akasa Inter ne Atlanta for be agree figure dem Inter say sa Ademola Lookman anya ya e no be contact Jadon Sancho. Ademola Lookman Liverpool for show interest e woni mu ewie ya Liverpool asanso ebisase Liverpool for no munim say possible say niam beti Luis Diaz beko e no mo pese Luis Diaz susu be free wo na we susu e move na che say o ye ne Liverpool asanso show interest e wo Ademola Lookman mo Chelsea at the offer call Manchester City for akwada Nico O'Reilly and maybe I'm the coy and now City for infio Chelsea sans wa could be Manchester City for say and your money a catcher must say and don't be we more before Kopama I must say bra ye breno or sounds so bad before you Master City for say they will not entertain anything from Chelsea again. Kylian Mbappe, he's under investigations away. Abronia some day means almost. When him the
almost say.
And I know I'm call say ball tournament be. And a Kylian Mbappe only pana post for now or more guided team no or more 180,000 euros so much. Almost so more investigating or say Sekano as a senka taxi free mubana or say abroach any tax and some we are
Scaro the kids for those who go to your bank.
So almost all transfer from the bank there and they will say just saying some baby into or we investigating we are some. Open you first half, you better second half, third half, you better continue into the first half.
I'm going to mention from Antony and Brighton and Hove Albion. Antony, a performance or done do Ajax. Not any bad. And the Nipa Bia also now Bobra. You start from somewhere. Until at that time now he feels the Manchester United platform compared to Ajax a bigger. Into your Manchester United no to me born home there and near my back one come and Nipa Betenenka a change you will see a kind of Ajax and Oba United. But Oba United and near man was planned for Antony. Performance and on a no papa kaka a china enchedam koye. So it wasn't that consistent good performance and now being free Antony until at a point. Now on one casat no one or spending 2 seasons we and a new season he played about 8 matches in the Premier League until when we our season no. But already and then near my corner and that's all cover before no coco see a kind of and Antony didn't any a move Spain and Ocopium or Real Betis or call Betis no. Performance I know I done do Manchester United for 2 and then make us a half seasons, no? And after almost 2.5 seasons. No, now we have 5 goals in the English Premier League, and then the Manchester United, and now we 3 assists, close to 3 seasons. Oko Betis about just 17 matches, half season, or share 5 goals for league anymore, and normal 2 assists. 88 goal contribution and all the Manchester United will league in 2.5 seasons no. Oko Betis no, he did that just in 17 matches. Wow. Into the clearly. Not just na Manchester United the more brand no. Into baby Oko enema kind man. Or bolo nevi but in come between Manchester United. Any team my friend is Robert is enko ye. Omo pay another loan. Omo beto krampona sika no mu coach no form. But Manchester United feels I was just kind of basro kaka. And if there are other suitors, I'm only being here brand here. I'm an about see a kind of team nimu. No more betting here to Manchester United pena. I feel it is good for the club, and it is going to help the player because Antony Tiwo minim the Oba Manchester United as a baby ibium.
Yeah, so
say about what she so be prove points ben. Eddie actually wine. Krodos wa yentena fa akonye nim guase. It is why you lucky na Manchester United amwa. Now call baby niema kon time awa. Baby corner call you say want me antena ho biuma find another suitor or another club. Neko. And Brighton is one of those clubs are how much they Premier League nim. Say yema play opportunity na yentete no. E mani nye ye na yenton ne they are the best and that's one of the best. On kai obia kra na nsin ya heda ni Wobek.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was a dead product.
Yeah, true.
No Nkankura. But joining Brighton, look at the performance of Danny Welbeck last season. And then the age in a Kosora, I am telling you for a fact, just because he is a new player since joining Brighton Bobokono. And so I feel that it's going to be a very good move for Antony. Manchester United, the man now the Papa be any chibium. Maybe I walk you know.
Sikana mobile. It's scaring the other clubs.
Kwaku, honestly speaking, Sikana United was true. Me have always said, say, O man a clear player no penwa. Ne bosote. What devalue player no. And there Sikana there was true. But there's always a way out. So 2 clubs here serious, some member transfer a Koswa. There is always a way out. and player no so betimi Manchester United and penny for na kasa. I always say the SC penny be an betimi afa bibi the film. Ferdinand said it. It's a time at Manchester United bar leads no mobile be fan no. Na leads in ready to beton. But on Manchester United platform ne bebo no. It dey be omo pon training baby o call first the then CEO of Leeds office. Omo pon training anu o call. Me ya we say Manchester United peme. Mo no omo nkasa na me nkola mpese me ko. Impeni force kasa dem abato. Enye ntokwa so. But when there is that good relationship, nipa bia na say o ma no ensem na nsem na o de ma no otena se dwene ho no hu say bebo a or soften the stance no matter what. And then I feel that Antony should find a way because Manchester United there moi brand here no on peti for no fan and nkonkonko team no nsi akan Ademola Lookman say oya Ademola Lookman now to say Inter Milan epewa I am sure say you are going to be happy because say the midi kan no e wi ase ablabo no kwaku ye bokọ ye nim enti so ba Atlanta now when your opportunity is here kind of Atlanta na nema konkan the amount what ba akwa kopie the Europa Cup finals abo hat-trick in the Europa Cup finals. I am sure sir there be a player yema club be no one Ademola Lookman aye the Atlanta no numbers are o maybe season here he was among their top scorers o she 15 goals in the league as a wing forward. It's the player ni be awaye but now he feels that he needs a bigger platform the such Atlanta platform no. And so therefore he wants to move. It is the Inter Milan back calling now. You should be fortunate and happy because a team onimo now want to unimo number 1. Number 2, you are staying in the same league.
But the Inter Milan team Kivu afe no be ye bia me ya show.
Of course.
Me hu Kivu ye na nsen. Inti say one start here. Now afe the new coach be ba messy up the entire season.
Sure.
And Ademola so it will affect him.
Of course.
Me wa try to meet you ya say. And as I say it looks like Antony way. Say him say to ram. And Lataro Martin. Inti no. I was swear.
That is very true.
Exactly. So what about the other options? Because we're too desperate to leave Atlanta.
Of course,
it will be a bar. Meeting. Or African best too.
Yes.
Into the next move is very important. Into no me say Liverpool have been. Liverpool who say Luis Diaz back on there. Corner a possible option. Hey, the Liverpool is also a good decision.
Oh yes, and you're bad.
Luis Diaz ne Ademola. Say Luis Diaz also.
So that is why you are saying that say Luis Diaz back on there.
Okay, well,
maybe you're going to get to that point that Liverpool will say the
Bayern Munich is going to be back.
Yes.
Okay.
That's also say a willing so now for Ademola Lookman. I've talked about the numbers. I've talked about the experience.
Well, Atlanta for say 50 million. Omaka into we see. I mean, we can say 50 million.
It is a fair deal. And Liverpool, we shouldn't forget say he's a player who boy in the Premier League there.
Yeah.
So he knows the terrain.
Yeah.
He's an English boy.
Yeah.
But just so free Nigeria and when you know see a kind of Nigeria. He knows the terrain very well. And all the Ademola Lookman see now the Cody Gakpo see one man. Until comment say me say Cody Gakpo is a better player than Ademola Lookman.
Into the 40 million a call. Sisia. For say 50 million. Just some sako baby. Atletico Madrid for so air train. Nti e was so eguso Barcelona dey me sanso abalami ya ma dey because eni me dey bebre nti no me sanso run kakremu ana say me sanso run kakremu ana Nick Vortamande Stuttgart for striker na emre na Chelsea for air penna Bayern Munich for penna Bayern Munich the first bid ekoy am Stuttgart for the botuguye am the second bid ekosisia 50 million euros plus 5 million euros. And I'm say sell on no. On be Stuttgart for 10% sell on. Now we need to Stuttgart for no saka krata no. Oma sanso abo krata na to akro so monje. Omo first can be nka. But say Stuttgart for no pe 60-65 wo baby o. Inti eno ye ho. And I know and Fenerbahce for far John Duran Omra camp. Fenerbahce for started pre-season. And then Sancho for call honum so now John Duran over here no could be said Josie. See man. Now John Duran over here. And now Jose say it is lack of respect. There are clear rules, and those who do not follow them will face the consequences. We will talk to him if he shows up. Inti Jose Mourinho and a fire boy in semester one chirebuo amfa mo say so mo mra ho. Asomre by aye deja because boy no nyan keke ball kran fa ma wo.
Yeah.
And they say ntokwa pai Jose so no nyan ntokwa dia no asem quickly no suffer about you for na ba say and someone central for Jose Mourinho anu esibone na entesa na boy no omo na kasa boy no enam kwan so oba Portugal na afei oba join the team no e pre-season. But what I say, so yeah. The facts of the matter they say boy no ni camp.
Of course
no ni camp
and there's a fan about you for one sem no mo kan
I say afei na boy ni eba nti eye give credence to the story say Jose Mourinho ni no wedwa honest wedwa. What I say Lamine Yamal we no so ekoso program na ekoso no say stores no o mabio 10 years no
o ma sha say
say the kwan mother we ni kakra wa roll say the kwan aba pa say the 10 years no officially say the utimi ko ho na ukofa bi utimi ko ukofa bi na ya ka sansam no wo hu we say program na ekoso no comment section na say no deco out was hey that's what I know.
Almost the quiet.
Almost Jai Lamine Yamal to almost say deco intimi amfani ko wule. Almost say Barcelona transfers na deco they say nye coach no a enka deco a good team no. Inti comment ni bi ni deco out. Eh master.
Koku
inti no second half.
Meba vote imagine John Duran and Sam so na ma mention as yem free deco there no. Honestly speaking, so you Barcelona supporter. Na ofiu se deko adwuma nso ani nti deko nko a kwako me ne wonya adwen because adwuma deko aye de ama Barcelona when it comes to transfers deko se fata Barcelona se wogina Nico Williams de ne so se wantimi amfa na amba nti no nko anti ata so mpopa mo deko a kwako me ne wonya adwen because Nico Williams situation no it got to the point say there was nothing the player could do or there was nothing anybody could do to convince the player. Stage na dey nko do ye no. Na say player na extending the contract. Me assure say eno ne ho fere ene yawo ankasa kwampo kan na akwada na ntimi am Barcelona mpanifo amane. Ene no no anadam for Lamine Yamal mpo. Wantimi amfa fo no mpo anka nche ne say na aba wo. Ntimi kwa extend me contract no. Me nye sure say na yakwada na ankasa pe. So you can't blame Deco in this instance. But so what bring you say Hansi Flick and a born homodena players neighbor? Why na boama Hansi Flick by?
Okay, Deco so come.
It was Deco. What do you mean? Yes, Emma Hansi Flick by. And we are sure said Deco nanka sounds to him. So be here a coach like Hansi Flick said ya be ya oba. Oba boama na Jumaya for when it comes to transfers. And until the nam so man ko fa by. It is a old Hansi Flick abaso. Now what that Deco at 20 say Pomo Deco. You are not being fair to Deco because the Hansi Flick here now so when you know Deco na the Hansi Flick buy. It's the Barca supporters in Nyabo Kaka. Transfers in the Saudi way see the biao. Chelsea in Tottenham. William Akwako ye medicals the ama Tottenham. Opie free hospital one at Chelsea de Kako Kofano. Eventually he became a Chelsea player.
So we did the pay. Maybe I'm just Kunde for Chelsea for once.
Of course.
Omo je Chelsea players be brief free omo se me nti no. I don't know munya time kakra ma Deco. Asem.
Koku the Votemandi situation. Honestly speaking, mean to mean so a bad player. But on exceptional player per dia me hu no. True. Season here Ibowie wo Bundesliga ni mo. Or share 12 goals in the league. DFB Boka about 5 matches or share 5 goals. Into the performance and then that bad. But so we Bayern Munich now have strikers on my far recent times. And the standard so much set the to one monwa. Votamendi engine do sa standard no. Lewandowski na Bayern Munich 9. Look at the numbers I know them are buying. Sadio Mane buy. Almost Sadio Mane numbers all man over from. Hurricane buy for the past 2 seasons. The first season as a striker for Bayern Munich, Osher 36. Our Bundesliga anymore. Season here, Osher 26. This is the kind of standards I was setting there too. And you say, oh, Kwakofobi, no, I shot 12 goals in the just ended season. A B and not probably. So Thomas Muller or Baba Besha or no, so Bonka Kanka can produce a hurricane in Kono. No, are fitting into the Bayern system. None near Conkind Yamano. I think that he has age on his side, 23 years. It's your only dear and Kenya bad to come and understudy. But say almost funnel. Say Baba Beya lead maximum there. For me, Watermandi isn't there yet with the kind of numbers. Oh, the Bayern Munich number 9s are in recent times. And the Bayern for you can ye. And the market in Angasako BBO. First in Casca, we over to say the top player you're proven. Striker watch it all in Bonebo. But this time around, there's been a lot of
if you say who work take about 1 season pay
1 season wonder.
Akwani sika o
15 goals.
So
Number 9. Abrana Mamush. A ball half season on 15 as a wing forward. And then number 10. So and Kwagu John Duran and Jose Mourinho. Play at the Oko team for Fra. You have to show some sort of seriousness. Because and found baby are free by any modern more. You are entering a new territory. It's seriousness now over Chileno. And on the Bema Nipe or one who say, Aqua with any abreast or Baba boy, may I be. Nancy, I said Kevin De Bruyne joining Napoli.
Yeah.
The first day at training, per report, yes, you are not about training grounds or first. Or also soon the free training grounds for last.
Wow.
Because he's a new player. He wants to perform well for the club. Now, Niema or training very well, not to be integrating in who ye or environment now are finding a one. But a new player to say John Duran, not ye Baba say preseason, I say I started training. Not a new player, who yamaye. And parents, some of Jose Mourinho kind. I am sure that Jose Mourinho wasn't informed. Say be a Koran be bachelor or be bachenechi. And con casa asamo. So was struck when the free coach in one man coach in casa. It is wrong. Inti before Mubabe share Juma simple. And Jose Mourinho knew bia on Obe who was a noble and near Gusu. Or ya at time angasa. And before I share Juma and I say name say Babontia and more club. And in Pennyford to make sure say Pen 7 of my Babontia Baba can it shouldn't just end there. Omunshia Jose Mourinho any aqua no money on Moncasa. No one says your Montemansan or Jumana Chassie. And yes, sir. Galatasaray has some gene womb. Ball on my ball last season. Any recruitment almost say yet this season, no. That's a whole person Coco BT Galatasaray. Edge the Turkish Liga. And you're Suban winning Yama winning the Coco.
Well, say Madrid 4% Buja Alaba Quine. Next year, but Matter say, Oman the Kasanka, this and compass some terminate man or now fast copy, Conate Bishop. Alaba Sonko. Sana Matis. Also, sorts now.
David Alaba has been long overdue.
Yes,
honestly speaking, wouldn't say, or am my favorite player or Real Madrid? Oh, yes. Madrid players need on penalty.
I didn't
only Federico Valverde. Say Alaba was one player, and I'm in Pie Bonnet over Manchester United.
Oh, okay.
At that time, he was joining Madrid. One of the best left backs I who we are saying. Obe joining Real Madrid, no. And due to 1 or 2 reasons, injuries near the other, and a little almost turning into a centre back. It's now you'll be a penasem from Bayern Munich, and or the Baby Real Madrid. So to date, he's one of my favorite players. Real Madrid Bobo Konim. But truth be told, baby Alaba kwa duru no ontimi mo the course of Real Madrid. Ontimi emwa. Baby Madrid peto ko duru no. David Alaba has been a player. Injuries pa. And Cecia, who agents also costro. Who you know if you want last season. Madrid Airborne Champions League. Games are name we are doing you be here players to count on. Alaba be timi awo hono. Now you convert other players about be role and can necessary. There were a lot of times so I mean you as a centre back for Real Madrid na Alaba problems count. Because players are not more boss our position. No only one more. When you fit availability, how injury how bet me about being our position. No what's your kind of Real Madrid. And this Madrid tenants no rest and never win now. And who age now? Only the NTS to keep you. But so decided to change when you know for yourself and deep within you. So one cause you have nothing again to offer to Real Madrid. Now you are born out with the club now. If it is just football you still want to play, ubenya another club based on what level or respect. Anybody abo ba akwa koduru no. On be more opportunity obeba be see a kind time bia. So why do you decide to change na honko? Abra onim say untimi offer anything to Real Madrid or park na so.
Nyame adumu a FA Community Shield game e be cost so referee obedi Chris Kavanagh. Ono na mpanyifo yi ne say obedi game na assistant James. And to aso sa say and you ready and ho asem so e baba Chris Kavanagh on e bedi sa game ne tie mate say obi propose a swap Nicholas Jackson to Man U, Garnacho to Chelsea. Mope
Seme and I'm to me Manchester moi and then Kamema Garnacho Mumatana. Na number 9 na Nicholas Jackson be bono. Me convert Garnacho and I say Bruno de na number 9.
Ah, Masa.
Kwaku.
Masa. I didn't know kind of sound.
Manchester United as a club they be a make standards once a month. Standards no or set it to home we are. Anytime anybody is talking about you, they go back to look at the kind of standards I'll set here.
Very well.
Manchester United are setting standards at home. Ebi anyane, but say nyakura mpo anenye sa. With no disrespect to Nicholas Jackson. Kwaku season na yebotwa mu no. O she goes Manchester United number 9 bia. It's based on that. So okay, so about Manchester United and Kenya bad because he was better than every Manchester United number 9. But baby, a Manchester United dano. And then Nicholas Jackson so striker na Manchester United in here. United needs to be a oba. The numbers ne was so no they babe carry team na free baby a dano. E dia kwa animu. That is why I have a problem. Say Nicholas Jackson about Manchester United. Ne bia wo Alexander Isak. Nicholas Jackson about Manchester United. Oh Victor Osimhen. Jackson about Manchester United no. Oh Lautaro Martinez. Ebia wo Jokeres. Manchester United. These kind of strikers. And omo number 9. Ne ko ba se injury ba. Ebia obi who game so obey substitutions any ade. Now the Nicholas Jackson bemwa. Per numbers now on my last season ne there. At least 10 goals in the English Premier League. And ya bad sa. It's a honor ne nkamete ase. But say we for Nicholas Jackson say o may you lead striker, will lead the maximum there. It is a no for Manchester United.
Okay, what about this argument to say we understand on Drew Manchester United standard? Say standard some command Chelsea can conquer for Nicholas Jackson.
Sure.
Sure. So I agree the standard of Manchester United any Nico no problem. But what about the argument that he's an upgrade over those people there?
Of course, that is why I said he's an upgrade.
So what is the point?
Take him because last season on your numbers.
So take him.
Debut. The fact that you upgrade no say no be here.
Okay.
So what you say? We need a top-notch striker, someone who is proven. And until I'm Bibu Dino,
it be to say then.
Some about Victor Osimhen.
You say Victor Muntimin Tianeka.
And I make a say me bono. Me boy Jokeres. My boss strikers or me ball Lautaro Martinez. Edin and to me ball Alexander Isak. And to Edin. Those are the kind of strikers at Manchester United in here. Omo my consistent. Omo we proven. And a Manchester United in here. Because 8 goals, 10 goals in Kwadi. I say I made for the Bruno Chebi Manchester United. But United needs to be on a number and it was through be no Baba Belly did a pack. Manchester United. Especially when United is doing a new project.
Well.
But it's something for is serious. Now up till now, Manchester United let me a top-notch striker bia. Menya sure go be linking Nicholas Jackson. United. And Chelsea is valuing the player around 100 million.
Now, and society said the Antony money increase no. No, on said, where man you? And you're more chief negotiator. Well, when you join free in some way.
And the office kekano, me sure say, unse Oba Santimemo Yuda. It's me sure we be our modern Mahobono or Bakunyama. To me sure say be on my Bakunya keke. And the man because chief negotiator, I mean, Nima debut or negotiate you. Negotiations, Ben.
Well, Biggie. There's Barcelona for there's this thing I saw that got me interesting program now for Ronaldinho any Lamine Yamal comparison for Ronaldinho anyone Laporta Nama me ended here no so
Senior manager.
Lamine Yama maame. Ne papa.
Papa na meka wa pa.
Papa ne de master. Master eno anu no obedidi ne ba no ho saa. Se ni papa no famous, right? Nti say Barcelona once again you're back to the preferably say answer the no person more edge 10 free say bibi ade da na kwemu
say want me anya 10 ne ho adwuma
answer ntimi
Mr. Pobi of blessed memory o se kwase anhye 10 GC
no correct
men ka say answer ye kwase but ya asema na Mr. Pobi tai kan de o de kire nyina ne say obi obehye no maten bia say ye obi onimbo ne bo nti no definitely na ye den ebeje e dey ama obi ono no are you ready so obey say adwuma and that is why I'm saying say it comes with a lot of responsibilities huge one nti Lamine Yama anya ready so obey no maten ne ho adwuma that is all
beto aswechire nti ene ye di si ha e be sanso ababio enche kra na fe ye foforo e dia bro yakopon ka ho bye bye.